Hey all, welcome to the FN Studios. John Ramdeen here alongside kickboxing great John Wayne Parr, who has decided to come out of retirement, thankfully, to take on Fadi Merza in a rematch in Melbourne, Australia. Why now? Why have you decided to get back into the ring?
It's been 6-7 months since I decided to call it quits, and then it's just, yeah, just laying in bed, not having that anticipation of fighting the big fights and missing the crowd, going to watching the fights and seeing people win by knockout and knowing that you're never going to experience that rush again. So I've really missed the competitive side, and plus financially as well. I've missed the big paydays and yeah, just the whole community, just the rush.
For people that don't understand, can you explain what is it? Because of course it's very rigorous training. It is not an easy thing to do, to get up early in the morning, to go for a run, to really restrict yourself. Why? Explain the rush for people that don't understand it.
When you guys, with the fight coming up, you're training 6 days a week. The sessions are hard, but then after every session, you just feel alive. There's a purpose in life. Not sort of having that. You go to training and you can't put out the same 100% power. There's nothing to really train for. After 2 rounds, it's like, oh, I'm tired now, I can just sit down. But when you got the fight, you know you have to push that extra a bit harder. You're trying to every day take it to the next level. And the fights, just that walking out in front of 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 people, and just having all eyes are on you for that 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Nothing can explain it. It's better than jumping out of a plane, or there's nothing. And I like to explain, when you win by knockout, it feels like you're the guy from Highlander, where you've knocked off the head, all the lightning comes down, and your blood's bubbling. Yeah, it's just, you can't describe it.
Now talk about this fight. It's a rematch. It's almost 10 years later. What do you think would be different from the first fight to this fight?
I think I'm more experienced. That was back in 2004. We've both had a lot of fights since then. Bit more crafty. I've gone a long way. He's done his thing in Europe. I've done my thing in Australia and Asia. So I think I've had faced the harder competition since our first match. It's still going to be a hard fight. He's definitely got big hands, and I don't want to make any mistakes, but if I fight smart and get fit, I don't think I should lose, hopefully.
You're 36 years of age. Talk about how the training has changed since maybe in your 20s. Do you have to reel things back? Because you know, you go to Thailand, for example, a good friend of mine's been there. He said it's just very, very tough. It's hard, rigorous training. Do you have to reel things back now that you're a little bit older?
I still try and keep it the same. I lived in Thailand from 19 to 23, 24. And then there 7 days a week, 6-7 hours a day. I've pulled it back a little bit. I don't train as hard, but I believe I'm training a lot smarter. My pad holders, they're Australian guys, but I've taught them to hold the pads exactly how I want it, the same as in Thailand. I believe I have better defense. My eyes are a lot better, and I'm just a lot smarter. I've got better fakes now. I'm trying to find the gaps and trying to conserve energy instead of just being the bull and trying to look for that knockout within the first 30 seconds. Now I'm taking my time. I'm allowing for the 5 rounds in the Muay Thai, but if a knockout happens, it's all calculated. It's not a fluke.
Now, when you're talking about Thai boxing, obviously it's an entertaining sport. When people watch it, they love to see knockouts. They love to see both the kicks. They love. I think combat sports just absolutely love what Thai boxing has to offer. When you talk about some of the injuries, especially head injuries, are you going out there conscious of entertaining the crowd, or do you have to be very conscious about keeping yourself safe?
No, it's all about entertainment.
Yeah.
It's all about what the crowd want to see. The crowd don't want to see someone that's just going to play the game. They like knockouts. They like action. They don't like the runner. They like the guy that's going to be aggressive. So I got to try and stay in the middle. I want to be the entertainer, but at the same time, I don't want to get smashed up. With the Thai boxing, it's not so much about the head injuries. It's more so about the sore body, the sore legs, and the cuts. So Getting cuts just part of the job now. I've had 265 stitches so far in my career, and I'm trying to get to 300 if that's a goal within itself. But if I don't make it, it's not a bad thing either. So yeah, but so far 114 fights and no real damage that I can say besides the scars.
The last thing I want to get to: what does it mean to you to be able to fight in Australia for your return?
It's amazing. The Australian crowd just really appreciate every time I fight. I can go to any state in Australia and we're pulling between 3,000 and 4,000 people. It's a really big buzz. I'm very lucky over the last 20 years to have so much support and just getting recognised on the street and getting a pat on the shoulder and getting photos with kids. It makes it all worthwhile. All the hours of training. It's very humbling.
John Wayne Parr returns April 19th in Melbourne, Australia for Power Play Promotions.